What is up, YouTube? This is Chris, I'm Professional Dad, and I'm back with another knife video. And I'm pretty excited about this one because I've got a knife that just dropped. It's brand new, it just came out, and DCA, David C. Anderson from Knife Center, this is his knife that he designed, and I am excited for him and excited to see this knife. And I want to share it with you, my opinions and my first impressions. But before we talk about that, I want to welcome you to my channel. If you're a returning viewer or a new viewer, either one, thank you guys, I appreciate it. Now, in case you're brand new and you don't know, I'm in the middle of a massive giveaway right now. I've got a big giveaway going on the channel. And if you want to be a part of that, it's not just giving away a knife. It's a lot bigger than that. If you want to be a part of it, what you need to do is like this video and subscribe to the channel, and then run over to the other video titled Huge Knife Budget Giveaway. It's only a few minutes long, and all I talk about in that video is the giveaway and all the different things we're giving away. And trust me, it's worth it. Go check it out. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and then go check out Huge Knife Budget Giveaway. Do the one thing it says. Just takes a couple seconds to do it, and you're in. We'd love to have you a part of this with us, guys. All right, so two knives. One of them is the brand new CJRB Maximal. I want to get into that. I want to share it with you, but before I do, I also have a Chavez blue liner, but I just got in this really cool Griffin pry bar. This thing is really cool. This is, yeah, it's just a really cool little pry bar. It's got a few little like wrenches and stuff like that. Can opener, bottle opener. You can use it as a key ring, different stuff like that. It's got a wrench up here, pry bar, screw bar, or screwdriver, different things like that. Now, Waylon, I got your pry bar that I'm giving to you, that I'm sending to you. I got it in. It is not exactly what I hoped it would be. So I'm going to go ahead and send it to you. So email me, give me your information, and I will send it to you. But I'm going to definitely get something different. That's not good enough. So I'm going to send this one to you now. It's not this one. It's a different one. I'm going to send it to you, and I'm going to get you something better. So you'll get both. But email me your address again. So got that. Let's get into this Chavez right here. This is the Blue Label TAK Redemption Drop Point with Elmax blade steel. Let's check this out. All right. So, typical, when you open it up, you get the extra skull pocket clip. The Blue Label doesn't come with the pocket clip, the skull pocket clip on the knife. With the red line, it does come on the knife, and you get the extra one over here. With the Blue Label, the skull pocket clip comes over here, and the other one is attached to the knife. So they just did it in reverse. That is one thing about a knife that has to be changed, though, because you've got to have a skull pocket clip on a Chavez, in my opinion. Michelangelo doing a painting of his without the signature, I mean, you got to have the artist mark, the maker's mark, you know. You get the typical cloth, and you get some stickers. Let me see. Let me take one of these stickers and put it back here on our wall. Which one do we not have? All right, we don't have this one, so let's go ahead and put this back here on our wall. We're getting closer and closer to having this done. Let's put that right there. Just got a little bit more to go, guys, and then that thing is going out. Got a few more in here for the next wall that we're going to put up, so, or the next board we're going to put up. But let's talk about this knife. Now, I just done a Blue Label, the Redemption, just yesterday, I think. And I can already tell that these are definitely different. This is actually even smaller than that one. That is a cool little knife. Man, oh man, this is cool. Now, the other one I got was the Tonto tip. And I'm telling you right now, the drop point is the way to go. I like the Tonto tip as well. Don't get me wrong, they're really nice. But this drop point, look at that. That is just sweet. That swedge up there on top. Those valleys and canyons that they gouge out with a chisel to make jimping. Now, I know I like aggressive jimping, but that's a little overkill, guys. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like it, but that's jimping right there. Now, this is a 3-finger grip on this knife. The one that I reviewed yesterday, the Redenstion Street, it actually was a little bit longer. I actually thought it was the Redenstion 229, and I was wrong. I reviewed that whole thing saying it was the Redenstion 229, and it was the Redenstion Street. And I apologize, guys. I really do. I apologize big time. I'm still making mistakes like that, but when I do make a mistake, I want to own it. I want to fess up, wear it on my sleeve. I am learning. I'm getting better. I thought I ordered the Redenstion 229, and it was the Street. But this one is actually smaller than that one. That one I at least could get a 4-finger grip on. Now, it wasn't a full 4-finger grip, but it was a 4-finger grip. This one is just a straight 3-finger grip. This is no 4-finger at all. So this is a little bit smaller, but I'll be honest with you, I like this one better. Look at that blade. The other one is a Tonto tip. I also like this straight line right here. Boy, that looks good. That looks good. This is sweet right here. Look at that. The ergonomics of this, that very plain straight line ergonomics, that works for me. I like that a lot. It's got a really nice finger twirl so you can index your grip and stuff, but this is a fantastic knife. Full steel liners. It's a heavy little knife, let me tell you, and it is a liner lock, like all the Blue Labels are. And again, like I said with the other one, the red line, you're getting a bigger knife, and you're getting different handle materials. And I won't even say better, because some people like micarta better than titanium. Some people like micarta and G10 better than carbon fiber. With the red line, you do get some carbon fiber or titanium. With the blue line, you're getting micarta. And I like the look of the micarta. It feels good in the hand. It's comfortable. It's a good grip. Yeah, this thing is nice. I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again. You sacrifice zero quality and craftsmanship in the blue line. None. I was really afraid of that whenever I bought my first blue line. I wanted to check them out because they were popular and they were selling a lot. But I was like, I got the red line and they're so well made. And I'm afraid that they are going to be a knife that he gives his permission and lets them use his name, and somebody else makes them and they're going to make them to a lower standard. And I was really worried about that. And I told you all yesterday in that other video that was not the case at all. You lose zero quality control with the blue line. They are every bit as well made and as nice. The tolerances, the action, everything on this knife is just as good as the red line, except for the materials and the size. That's it. Other than that, this knife is high quality engineering. I love this thing. This is fantastic. Now, Zach, I think this is the one that you're getting. I could be wrong, but I think this is the one you're getting. And let me tell you, if this is the one you're getting, you're going to love it. I love this blade. I love this blade. This is, I like the Tonto tip too. I don't want to make it sound like I didn't, because I love that one as well. But then again, you guys know me. I love every daggone knife. I can pull out a daggone $5 knife out of a Cracker Jack box and I'll just be lost in it for 10 minutes. But I just love knives. But I'm telling you, this drop point is the way to go. In case you're just wanting to get one, Now the Street or the 229 or the TAK, whichever one you guys get, that's a personal preference. Get what you want. I'm just saying between the drop point and the Tonto tip. Well, first of all, the Tonto tip doesn't really look like a Tonto tip that you think of, like a modern Tonto tip. It really looks like a Japanese style Tonto tip, which is a completely different style of Tonto tip, and that's what it looks like. But the drop point right here is fantastic. This is nice. This is a really nice one. Let's look at some stats on this thing. It is this one right here. And these come in cheaper as well. The ones that I was looking at yesterday, I said 180 because I thought I was looking at the 229, but I was actually doing the Street. And I put the Street in the listing. Once I realized what I'd done, I put the Street in the listing, and that was 165, so it was $15 cheaper. Now this one is coming in at 140. 140 for the TAK blue liner or blue label liner lock knife with black micarta. This is just a really sharp knife. It's 6.25 inches overall length with a 2.75 inch blade, and you get 2.5 inches of cutting edge. You get Elmax steel in a really nice drop point blade, satin finish with a plain edge. Steel liners, full steel liners. It is, oh, I just caught that. I just caught that. That is awesome. Most of your Chavezes are not ambidextrous or not reversible. This one is. I just caught that, and I've been staring at it for 10 minutes. It's reversible. Get out of here. This is ambidextrous, left or right-handed. That is so cool. That is so cool. The one that I had yesterday was not ambidextrous. All my other Chavezes are not ambidextrous. This one is. That is so daggone cool. I like this knife even more now. This is the way to go right here. This is the way to go. It's ambidextrous, left or right-handed, tip up only, which that's fine. It's got a flipper, no thumb studs, and it's on bearings, so it's excellent action. And Raymond Chavez, however you want to say his name, and it's made in China. It's Raymond Chavez or Ramon Chavez is the designer, Chavez Knives, and it's made in China. But this thing is fantastic. Fantastic. I love this. The fact that I did not notice that this thing was ambidextrous, because I'm so used to them not being, I didn't even consider that until I just saw that and I was like, what? And it sure is. It is daggone ambidextrous. Look at that, guys. Left hand or right hand. That is awesome. That is so awesome. I like this knife even more now. What's the weight on this thing? 3.38 ounces. The one I had yesterday was over 5 ounces, but it was bigger than this. It was bigger than this, and it was over 5 ounces. So this one is 3.38 ounces, and you're getting all of this for 140 Elmax. Now I know it's a smaller knife and everything. I mean, some people can carry this as a fifth pocket. This is so small. I mean, it's not really a fifth pocket knife. It's big enough to be a regular pocket folder, but you know, some people might carry it as a fifth pocket because of its length. But either way, look how big that folder or that flipper is. Now, the only thing that I would say about this that I would change if it was me is I would put jimping on that folder or that flipper, because it's face downwards. There's no upward movement to it, so it's easier for your finger to slip off, and it's definitely a slippery flipper. It's very, very slippery. Oh yeah, that action is spot on those bearings. This is excellent. This is excellent. What a daggone knife, guys. This is awesome. $140 is the best $140 you'll ever spend right here. That on a knife. fantastic. I love this thing. It's quality. It's the way to go. The Blue Line Chavez. If you do not want to spend the money on a red line, or if you can't spend the money, honestly, if you can't, or if you just don't want to, either one, I understand. I really do understand, and I empathize with your situation, and so does somebody else. So they came up with this. This is an amazing knife. This is cheaper than the Bel Air. Now, I'm not saying that in a derogatory way towards the Bel Air, because the Bel Air is a fantastic knife. Excellent action, aluminum handles, Magna Cut blade steel. That thing is fantastic. I'm just saying, a lot of people get the Bel Air and stuff like that, and it's such a great knife, and it's selling so many. Now you can get a literal Chavez for cheaper than you can get a Kershaw Bel Air. That's fantastic right there. Normally they're twice the cost of a Bel Air. You can get one cheaper than you can get a Bel Air. That is insane. Excellent knife right there. I don't even want to move on to the next knife because I'm so impressed with that sucker right there. But I'm waiting on this. I've been waiting on this for a while. I got it out one time and looked at it because I was going to do a video, and I was so tired and everything, and my kids are screaming, so I was like, no, I'm just going to wait. So I literally put it back up and just didn't touch it. So this is truly, even though I've touched it once, this is really my first opinion and impression of really giving it a once over. I pulled it out of the pocket or the thing like this and put it right back in there. This is the Maximal. Now I'm going to tell you a little backstory about this Maximal, because I like David C. Anderson. I watch his stuff on Knife Center a lot. I like Blade HQ, but I do like Knife Center videos a lot because they have the new knives of the week. They have the Knife FAQ, which they've actually had one of my questions on before. In fact, if you ever want to look it up, look up Knife FAQ. I don't know what number it is, but it's Knife FAQ, $300 Grail knife. Knife Center, Knife FAQ, $300 Grail knife. And when you pull it up, the thumbnail will have what is that? The carbon knife, the really nice carbon knife, titanium carbon knife. That'll be in the thumbnail, and you'll know you're at the right one. And my question is the question of the week. That was before I started making these videos, and I actually put what I was trying to be joking with a comment about living hand to mouth with these daggone 4 kids because they eat me out of house and home, and I was trying to make it into a joke and stuff like that. I guess people didn't take it that way. They was like, you live hand to mouth, why are you trying to buy a knife? But that's neither here nor there. But anyways, I like David C. Anderson. So he has designed some knives, the Pocket Tango and stuff like that. He also designed this knife, and the reason that he designed this knife was because every time somebody would ask them or ask him, what knife would you recommend for me? He had to consider, do you want a big knife? Do you want a small knife? Do you want a knife with this lock or that lock? What kind of steel do you want? What kind of budget are you in? Do you want a left-handed or right-handed or whatever, blah, blah, blah. He said, and every time he would find a knife that almost he could just say universally, this is just a good knife. I can recommend it for anybody. Regardless of what budget you're on or anything, I can recommend this knife, and it's going to be a good knife for you. And every time he would come across that knife that he thought he could make that recommendation with, there would be 1 or 2 things about it that he would want to change. So he went in and he designed a knife that he would say, all right, if I don't have to ask them, do they want a smaller knife or a bigger knife? Do they want left hand or right hand? Do they want, what type of blade do they want? What type of steel do they want? Budget, he said, I'm going to just design a knife that, in my opinion, covers most bases, and it's going to be a universally good knife that's affordably priced at a budget price. This thing comes in right under $50, and it's going to be able to be recommended to anybody. If you want left hand or right hand, this has got it. If you want a knife that's decent size or a knife that's smaller, because this is right in the middle, this is that Goldilocks zone for size. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just right. On and on and on. Now, there's still things about this knife that anybody can find that they don't like, because knives are like anything else. We all have preferences. Every single person, I used to tell people this when I ran a company and I had people that worked for me. Don't matter how many people you have working for you, because every single person is a whole new set of drama, a whole new set of problems and issues. You don't just have to deal with your own life issues. You have to deal with that person's life issues and that person's life issues and that person, on and on and on. We all have personal preferences. So regardless of what DCA thought about this knife, you might find something about it you don't like. But here's the thing. Across the board, it's going to be a pretty good knife, and I can already tell you that just because I know, watched him, and I know how much he knows about knives. So let's review this thing. I can already tell it's a fantastic knife. I can already tell that. The action is great. It feels good in the hand. It feels really good in the hand. I like how thick it is. How wide, well, not thick, but wide it is. So it's a full grip, even though it's shorter. So it's not a full long knife where I hold it like this and it's sticking out the end. So it's not, but it is a 4-finger grip. It is not a 3.5 finger. I mean, I'm getting four fingers on this. Right there's the edge. Full 4-finger. But the thing is where it's so wide, it feels bigger than it is. So I like that. The pocket clip is not a hot spot pocket clip. Even though it's set up in the right-handed configuration, I'm holding it in my left hand, and that pocket clip is not digging into me at all. So that feels pretty good. Now, it is a deep carry pocket clip. The screws are inset into the handle. You see that? Screws are, I don't know, my hand might be making it worse, that white wall. Screws are inset. But it's also reversible, left hand or right hand, so you can go either way. It's tip up or tip down. It is not tip up or tip down. Listen to me. It's not a Spyderco. It's left hand or right hand, and it's only tip up. I get carried away in my thoughts and I just start rambling on. It's left hand or right hand, and it's only tip up. It is crossbar lock, axis lock, and the action is really good. It's got dual thumb studs, so the action is sweet. I can already tell you this knife is a nice knife. You know what this knife reminds me of? A lot. Now, there's a lot of difference in this knife than that knife that I'm about to mention. The blade is completely different. The shape of the handle is completely different. But the overall size, the action, what he was going for when he created it, all of those things, you know what it reminds me of? The Yonder. It reminds me of the Yonder. The Yonder is a medium size length. It has a crossbar lock with excellent action. It feels great in the hand. He wanted to create a knife that across the board would be a good knife for anybody, no matter what style you liked. Now, you can get this in different handles than this. You can get it in carbon fiber and stuff like that. But this is a fantastic knife. I can already tell you this thing is sweet. Look at that blade. I love that. This is a cross between like a harpoon and a drop point. It has that harpoon look to it, but it's also a drop point look. It's got a great belly, and this is definitely going to be a slicer with that flat grind. This is a great knife right here. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm trying to hold this a certain way. Oh yeah. Now I just made a video earlier where I showed the Acta Non Verba. And you guys are going to see that when I upload it. I done the Acta Non Verba A100, and it sliced through the paper pretty good. It was pretty sharp. This thing is sharp. That grind is excellent. This has got a great edge on it. A great edge right there. And I like how it's got that belly right there. Right there's that sweet spot. Boy, this is a slicer. You could use this for so many different things. And the way that he's the knife right here, the way he's got that drop point right there, it's going to be comfortable for getting those deep, precision cuts. I like this knife a lot. The thumb studs are big enough. They got enough length, but they're not gaudy and stuff and too big, so you can get a good grip on them and good action. Crossbar lock is great. The detent is strong. Yeah, I like this thing a lot. Full steel liners. And those liners are thick. You can see through here and see how thick they are. Those liners are thick. Now they do have them milled out a lot. They've got big chunks of the liners taken out for weight, obviously. But you can see that they are thick liners. It's got a really nice hole for a lanyard. All in all, DCA, fantastic job. I respect you. I appreciate you. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. Work is the dirtiest four-letter word in the dictionary, but it's the only one that'll get you where you want to go. And I've watched you for years on your videos. You've inspired me. I've learned so much from you. Every week I watch your videos to see the new knives coming out and stuff like that, unless I'm missing them because of my kids or something and I can't watch that week. When I had that question, you took the time and you made a full video about that question. You really took time and answered it. And all in all, you have absolutely deserved and earned your spot in the knife community. Between the Pocket Tango, which is a fantastic knife, and then these are going to sell a lot of them. And they're already sold out on Knife Center, which is, I think, right now the only place you can get them. I know you can't get them on Blade HQ yet. I don't think you can get them on Amazon yet because he does work for Knife Center. They're getting them first access. And they're already sold out. So all you can do is pre-order the next batch in. They're already sold out. So I will link these, but it will be a Knife Center link. And but they are sold out. So you'll have to pre-order them. But I'm telling you, this thing is under $50. This thing feels like way more than $50 in my hand. I done that video earlier. And you guys will know whenever I have it uploaded. You're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. I showed that Actinon Verba. And I was talking about, like, this is a great knife, but where does $160 come from on this price? Where is $160 in this knife? I don't see it. I'm not talking bad about the knife. I like the knife a lot. $160, I don't even see half that. Like maybe 60, 70 bucks tops. I don't understand the price. Somebody will tell me when they watch that video where the price on that knife comes from, I'm sure, and I can't wait to read it. This is a knife that when you hold it, you're like, oh, why is this only $50? This thing should be more than $50. So he definitely hit a home run. Oh, what is the blade steel? Let me tell y'all some stats on this knife, and then I'm going to shut up and quit rambling because I've rambled on about this knife a lot. This thing... of course, it's RPM 9 blade steel, which I know a lot of people don't like the RPM 9 blade steel. You know, you're up there with what 9 and 10 CR and different stuff like that. I think it's comparable to like a VG10, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure 9 CR, 10 CR for the RPM 9. But it's a budget knife at $50. That's a great budget steal for $50. Sharpen the knife. Take care of the edge and hone the edge, and it's going to do well for you. Actually, 9CR is pretty tough. I've got the charts back here. 9CR actually has a high number for toughness. Has a really high number for corrosion resistance. Edge retention, not so much. But sharpen it. hone the edge, take care of your stuff, and it will take care of you. I say that all the time, and I love sharpening knives. So when they go dull, it just gives me something to do. I don't mind for a knife to go dull a little bit. It just gives me something to do. But the blade length is 2.95 inches. That's another thing that I remember him talking about. He knew that some places you couldn't have over a 3-inch blade, so he wanted something that everybody could carry, regardless of where you were. This is 2.95 inches. Look at that. Now you still get cutting edge is 2.88 inches. So you're still getting a lot of cutting edge. You're still getting a great belly. You're still getting a slicer. You're still getting a great knife. But you're getting it in that sub 3 inches so that anybody can carry it. Not anybody. I'm not a lawyer, so don't take that and run with it. Not anybody, but obey your local laws. But that's great. Overall length is 6.89 inches. AR RPM 9 steel. And now I don't know about this. The Rockwell chart is 59 to 61 on this knife. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if that's optimal for the RPM 9 steel. I know who will know, and I'm sure you're going to tell me. I'm asking you, is that a good EDC reviewer? Is that where this is supposed to be? I don't even want to look them up anymore just because I like asking you, because you always are so informed and you're so detailed in your answers and stuff. I just love reading your answers. So I know you'll tell me RPM 9, 59 to 61 on the Rockwell chart on this knife right here. Drop point, it is considered a drop point with the flat grind, but again, it kind of has that harpoon style look to it, but it's not. Stone washed blade. This is contoured black G10, but it's that contoured G10 that almost has that carbon fiber look to it. It's not carbon fiber, not even close, but it has that kind of carbon fiber look and feel to it. It's pretty cool. It feels more quality than it, it looks elegant and sleek. Crossbar lock, ceramic ball bearing. It is on a ceramic ball bearing, deep carry pocket clip, and the weight is 3.00 ounces on the money. And the designer, it's made in China, and the designer is none other than David C. Anderson. David C. Anderson, again, one last time, I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate the quality knife, but more than anything, I'm happy for you, man, because you deserve this. You deserve all the kudos and all the flowers that you're getting. The hard work that you put in, the things that you do for the knife community, your positive energy and your vibes, and the way that you're always positive and upbeat about knives. I respect it and appreciate it, man. I've learned a lot from you. So I'm so happy for your success, and I wish you all the success in the world. I hope these sell 10 million of these things, and I hope that you and your family are blessed because of it. So guys, that's some really cool knives. It even showed you a little cool little pry bar made by Griffin. So yeah, add that to my EDC kit. So guys, I appreciate it as always. Remember, all links will be in the description. Premium members, you all will see the knife coming up. I just done a review on the knife for the premium members for this month. Remember, I got to tell you in every video, if you want to be a premium member, I don't get money off of that. It goes towards the knife of the month that premium members only are qualified to be in. Tier 1 gets your 1 name in the hat. Tier 2 gets you 3 names in the hat. And Tier 3 gets you 5 names in the hat for the knife that we done the review on a while ago. It's going up on YouTube here in a minute. And it's a really cool knife. So whoever wants it, the link will be in the channel description or the video description for the premium members as well. So join that if you want to be in the monthly giveaway that's separate from the giveaway on the 3rd. And I can't wait for it, guys. I've still got more knives to come. Now I've got to get down to my video about the Miguron knives. And I'm excited about those as well. So guys, enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next time, I wish you guys all sharp knives and happy lives. Reach out to DCA and tell him congratulations. Talk to you guys later.